If you're in the market looking for a house, or if you're looking to sell this fall, you're in luck. We got a real estate expert standing by to talk about what you need to know as far as the local market goes. Here now is LeAnn Henri with Good Company Realty to answer some questions. Good morning, LeAnn.
Good morning.
So LeAnn, for so long it's been a seller's market. Is that still the case? And if so, why?
It absolutely is still the case. So there's a number of factors. Right now, interest rates are low, which is an amazing thing. But that's caused a lot of buyers to kind of flood the market. So couple that with a lower home inventory, and it's a recipe for a supply and demand situation where you have a lot of homes and, well, not a lot of homes and a lot of people looking for homes.
Well, even if there is kind of this supply demand, you still want to make sure that your house is going to sell. What are some tips if you're ready to sell?
So because it is a seller's market, there are a lot of people thinking about selling. So there's a few things you need to do before you jump to putting that sign in your front yard. So the number one thing I would say is to kind of walk around your house as if you're a first-time visitor. People are usually really aware of all the things that are out of place in their home when a visitor first comes. So check to see areas that may be cluttered, or if it feels just dark, maybe think about painting in neutral colors and just doing a few little renovations that are not too expensive.
When should a potential buyer start looking? Would you say start looking now, even though it's more of a seller's market?
So there's kind of a science to it. It takes about 30 to 45 days to close on a home. That doesn't include the time that it takes to actually find that home. So I would say start a minimum of 3 months in advance. But if you have a feeling that it's probably going to take you a little bit longer, then maybe 6 months in advance would be a good idea.
What's the best way to find a house, especially when there's so much competition out there right now?
There is a ton of competition. It can be really, really overwhelming, especially if you're a first-time home buyer submitting offer after offer and wondering which one is going to be accepted. So a few things that you can be doing is making sure that you're talking to your realtor to come up with the most competitive offer, but one that makes the most sense. So maybe you'll have to decrease your inspection period, or maybe you have to put in an appraisal contingency or an appraisal guarantee. But also, getting creative with where you're looking. Maybe if you look at listings that's been sitting a little bit longer, but they are potential gems. So those are all different ways to get creative and really find that house of your dreams.
What advice do you have for people on the best way to get their offer accepted?
Yeah, so kind of like what I was just saying, speaking to your realtor, they're really going to be able to come up with a creative and competitive way to make your offer stand out from others. Some people will write letters to home sellers. Some people will, again, they'll lower their days on market, I'm sorry, not days on market, but they'll lower their inspection period just to make their offer stand out a little bit more versus those who can come in with more money.
So I know a lot of friends personally that wanted to buy this year, but ended up saying, we're going to hold off until next year because the housing market is so crazy. So that being said, any predictions on what the housing market is going to be looking like in 2022?
Yeah, so your friends are not alone. There are a lot of people that decided to step out of the market just because it was so crazy. But there are a few exciting things happening in 2022. So for example, the non-conforming loan rate, the minimum has actually been increased. So what that means is previously, before you were in the territory of having to get a jumbo loan, that maximum purchase price was $548,000, but that's been raised to $625,000. So that's increasing the buying power of a number of people who may be in that price point. And that's great news for sellers who are actually in that price point as well, because you open up kind of the floodgates to more people who can potentially be fighting over your house.
And finally, where can people connect with you?
You can find me all over the place. So I'm on Instagram at LeAnn_Henri. I do have a YouTube channel where I talk about day in the life of a realtor, tips and tricks for new agents. So that's at LeAnn Henri on YouTube. And, find me in the streets somewhere.
My mom is a real estate broker, so I know exactly what you're talking about. If you Google you, you'll be able to follow you. Thank you, LeAnn Henri, with Good Company Realty. I'm sure people will be able to find you.
Thanks so much.